If I wanted people to camp in hunting blinds, I wouldn't have invested in outposts. I'm not going to send you on a manhunt. I have people for that. But while you are there, is there anything that might help identify this trespasser? So this boludo was careless enough to leave a cell phone behind. Let me guess. Is his passcode 11111? Wow, I can't believe that worked. But I can't believe this phone belongs to Gilbert Baden. He's this foreigner, too much money for his own good. And he paid me a lot of it to come here before opening, to study puma behaviors. He was supposed to leave days ago, though. What's on the phone? Send me the link. Parque Fernando Lodging Review. 1 out of 5 stars. No running water, no electricity, no facilities at all, really. Of course not. I told you we weren't open, you pelotudo. Don't trust the owner, Carolina. She promised pumas in the area. Been here 6 days, haven't seen a single cat. Because you're an amateur, Baden. False advertising. Worst so-called reserve I have ever visited in my life. I would give it 0 stars, but that isn't an option. Are you serious? I have never been so insulted, and believe me, I know insult. Pelotudo. You know what we need right now, besides Baden's head on a plate? A break. We deserve some fun. I'd invite you over to watch telenovelas, but I bet you'd rather be out there shooting. These challenges recreate 4 of my personal best shots. The first is from the most difficult hunt of my life. Fernando had only been gone a few months, and he left everything to me, which angered half the family tree. I hardly had time to grieve before Fernando's brothers and uncles and cousins were pushing me around. Every man wanted his piece of Fernando's operations. They said I had no business being in charge. Every day my world was spinning out of control faster and faster. So I came out here to find clarity. Walking these grounds, I could still feel Fernando's hand holding mine. Stand in this stone circle. See the target? This was where I made my trophy shot that day. Can you replicate that? had a good shot. You know, making this shot changed something in me. Even without Fernando, if I could make shots like this, I knew I could protect my family and my interests. All I had to do was aim at the right target and pull the trigger. Click. Let's move on to the next challenge. This next challenge recreates a very happy memory for me. It's the spot where I taught my nephew Vicente and my chinita Beatriz how to make a long shot on axis deer. Beatriz got the hang of it quickly, not Vicente. But he practiced and practiced and practiced, and that was when I knew he was in love with Beatriz. Why else would this bookworm be so desperate to learn to hunt? Not to impress his tia Carolina. Okay, youngster. Step into the stone circle. Ace your lesson. Nice. Very nice. This shot has me thinking. I wish Vicente would declare his love for Beatriz. They are from different worlds. He's a white-collar college boy and she's a rough and tumble gaucha. But opposites attract. And the sooner they marry, the sooner they'll start making more little pendejitos for me to love. Listen to me. Your next challenge is marked on your hunter mate.
Man, I love my 338.
Your next target replicates a tricky shot I made a year after my beloved Fernando was taken from me. Despite my resolve to fight, despite my prayers, I was afflicted with mala leche. Fernando's uncle Diego Che Boludo had sued me to take control of the business. And won. Total disaster. It was the darkest day I'd seen since my beloved left this world. And if it was all coming to an end, there was only one place I wanted to be. Here, with memories of Fernando. And that's when a remarkable opportunity presented itself. A 15-point red stack. Step into the stone circle and look for the target. This isn't an exact replica of my stack that day, but it's the same shot. Fine marksmanship. That shot, that whole hunt was lucky because when I got back to the city with my record-setting stack, Uncle Diego was reported missing. They never found his body either, which implies that he fled the country, or maybe a puma got into his room, dragged him from his bed, and ate him for a midnight snack. Just speculating. Whatever happened, he was never a problem again. The family business, this reserve, they were mine. Free and clear from then on. With just a few minor obstacles along the way. Go to your last challenge. next shot has a morbid origin. About 8 years after Fernando died, there was an assassination. Bitte. The target was a local politician, Dario Menem. He was lobbying to open up protected habitats, like this reserve, for energy companies to exploit. I invited him here to show him the natural beauty, persuade him to change his position. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, he took a 270 bullet through the heart while hunting our red stacks. The shooter was never identified. Before you get any wild ideas, no evidence has ever suggested I was the shooter. But I am an expert on the matter. The forensics team on Dario's case asked me to help them recreate the shot. It seemed impossible to them. It wasn't an easy mark, but I proved it could be done. All these years later, I've recreated the shot that broke Dario Menem's heart, for you to try. Using a simple bullseye target, of course, all in good taste. Excellent. See, maybe you were Dario Menem's assassin. If you were the shooter, I'd share a mate with you. Dario was a lowlife with no vision. He radiated mala onda, not like you and I. Okay, that was 4 for 4 of my most memorable shots. You may not be a national champion like me, but you have my respect. There are plenty of other targets throughout the reserve. Use them to keep your skills sharp. I've got a new long-term goal for you. Harvest a diamond trophy from every species in the reserve. Only one other hunter has collected them all. Naturally, that hunter was me. But that was some time ago, and if we are going to impress our guests, we need more recent trophies at the lodge to prove that the red stacks today are as grand as they were in 1987. Bitte. Hear that? Another episode begins. Oof, but I'll have to record it. I need to check in on the search for Gilbert Baden. Take a few minutes to yourself. will not believe this. The men I hired to track down Gilbert Baden couldn't find him. But then Beatrice called me. She is always a step ahead of the rest. So of course, she just stumbled over a campsite in view of a puma den. Now, who would be stupid enough to come that close to pumas? We know who. Gilbert Baden. What a time for esposas y jefas to be on. Okay, quickly. Beatrice moved on to prepare for our VIP hunting party. You check out Baden's campsite and report back to me. I'll answer even if it is not a commercial break. I won't have our influential guest worrying about a madman loose on the reserve. We are finding Baden tonight. Good luck.